Jesus is not a phantasm. He's not a robot. He didn't just appear. He chose to come to us through that woman. He could have done it in a million other ways. No doubt about that. But he didn't. And the fact that he didn't means that we are now dependent by causation. I could break down a whole bunch of Thomism stuff for you. We need her. She's not an option. She's an absolute necessity, an obligation in your spiritual life. Really. If you can't have Jesus without her, that means you can't have life without her. What did Jesus say? Unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you don't have life. And where did he get his flesh and blood? From the flesh and blood of Mary. Without Mary, you wouldn't have Jesus. Without Mary, you wouldn't have the Eucharistic body of Christ. Without Mary, you wouldn't have the mystical body of Christ, the church. You wouldn't have the sacraments, confession, the priesthood. You wouldn't have jack without the Blessed Virgin Mary. Seriously, nothing. That's how important she is, guys. Oh my goodness, if people only knew this. But so many don't. Oh, I don't need her. She's not important. Why do you pay so much attention to her? Because Jesus did. You know what Therese and Maximilian Kolbe say? Don't be afraid of loving her too much because you're never going to love her more than Jesus does. It's logic. Right? Again, I'm not God. But I'm a dude. I got a mom, right? If you came up to me and you said to me, Father, you know, your mom is amazing. She's such a beautiful lady. Would you mind if I gave her some roses? Would you mind if I wrote this little song to your mom? Would you mind if I sang it? I'd be a weird son if I said, how rude! I'm so offended. What horrible son would I be, right? I'm not upset by that. Matter of fact, you know what? You would so move my heart, my human heart, that I would be like, wow, thank you so much. Is there anything I can do for you? See, if let's just say you were on my bus, those who honor my mother, why don't you come up to the front? Okay, I may let the other ones on, but you're going to be in the back. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay, but if you honor my mother, I'm going to give you everything within my power to give you. Do you not think that Jesus wouldn't do this? Of course he would. He's not offended. No way, no how. See, this is why certain saints, and I love this. I love the saints, man, because they teach us certain things that are just so basic to understand. Did you know that St. Maximilian Kolbe, St. John Paul II, and St. Teresa of Avila, a doctor of the church, loved to play the game of chess? Did you know that? It's pretty cool. There's actually a picture, I know of at least one picture, of Kolbe playing chess with his novices. He's got the honking beard, just came back from Japan. Why? What's up with that? Why do they like to play chess? Because it can teach us something about theology, like 101. Chess as we play it today comes out of a Catholic culture, right? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about here with chess. You guys are on the video games and stuff. Okay? It's pretty simple. Black and white. It's all about this dude called the king. Okay? It's all about the king. Anybody who says the game of chess isn't about the king, they don't know what they're talking about. But who's got the most mobility on the board? The queen. She can move any number of squares in any direction. And the king isn't jealous. He's not like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. He gave her that mobility. He delights in that mobility. And if you fight for the queen, you're fighting for him. And everybody knows that if you lose the queen, game over. But did you know that if just one bishop, just one, works with the queen on the battlefield, you can conquer the enemy in 4 moves? Did you know that? Really? See, the new evangelization ain't rocket science. All you got to do is allow the queen mobility. It's her foot that crushes the enemy. But we come up with strategic planning programs and all these useless ways of trying to evangelize people when we need to bring them to her because she is the surest, fastest, and easiest way of bringing them to Jesus Christ. You don't have to be the next full machine.